The night my home began to break was quiet. Too quiet. I was standing in my kitchen, holding a cup of tea that had gone cold in my hands, when I heard my husband laugh. It wasn't the laugh he used with me. It was softer, warmer, like a secret. And it came from behind a locked door. That was the moment I knew. Something was wrong in my home. My name is Amara. I live in a beautiful house in Lekki with my husband, David, and our 2 children. From the outside, our home looks perfect. White walls, glass windows, a small garden with flowers I water every morning. People say, "Amara, you are lucky." I used to smile when they said that. But luck does not live where silence has become too loud. That night, the house felt different. The air was heavy. The lights were on, yet everything felt dark. David had come home late again. I did not ask questions. I stopped asking questions a long time ago. Instead, I went to the kitchen and made tea. I needed something warm to calm my heart. Then I heard the laugh. It came from the guest room upstairs. The room where Lara was staying. Lara was my friend. Or so I thought. Lara and I met years ago. She was cheerful. Always smiling. Always full of stories. When life became hard for her, I opened my home. That is who I am. When Lara said she had nowhere to go, I spoke to David. "She can stay for a while," I said. David did not argue. He just nodded. Looking back now, I wonder why. Lara moved into our guest room. She helped around the house. She played with the children. She laughed loudly and filled the space with noise. But slowly, very slowly, something changed. David started coming home later. He started smiling at his phone. And Lara started wearing more perfume. They say truth whispers before it screams. I ignored the whispers. David stopped eating my food. Lara started cooking dinner. David praised her meals. "You are learning fast," he said to her one evening. I laughed. But my heart tightened. At night, David turned his back to me in bed. During the day, Lara followed him around the house, asking questions, laughing too loudly at jokes that were not funny. Still, I told myself I was imagining things. After all, this was my home. My marriage. My life. Nothing bad could happen here. I was wrong. That night, after hearing the laugh, I climbed the stairs slowly. Each step felt heavy. The guest room door was closed. Locked. I stood there, my heart beating loudly in my chest. Inside, I heard David's voice. And Lara's. They were talking quietly. Then they laughed again. I raised my hand to knock. But my hand froze in the air. Something inside me whispered, "If you knock, your life will change forever." So I stepped back. I returned to my room and lay beside my husband's empty side of the bed. I did not sleep. I stared at the ceiling until morning came. The next morning, my daughter asked me a question that broke my heart. "Mummy, why does Daddy laugh more with Auntie Lara?" Children see what adults pretend not to see. I smiled and told her not to worry. But inside me, fear was growing like a storm. Later that day, David avoided my eyes. Lara avoided the house. And I felt alone in my own home. That evening, David left his phone on the table. It vibrated. Once. Twice. I told myself not to look. But my hands moved on their own. A message flashed on the screen. "Last night was risky. Be careful." The name saved on the phone made my heart stop. Lara. My knees weakened. Everything I feared was real. That night, I did not cry. I did not scream. I sat quietly and made a decision. If my home was built on lies, then I would dig until I found the truth. Even if it destroyed everything. Because some secrets do not stay hidden forever.